Hey folks, Twisted Christian here. Today I want to talk about the questions that I get all the time, and that usually people are limited in their funds, like, hey, I only have $100, what should I do? I only have $500, what should I do? I have $1,000 to invest, what should I do? So I'm going to talk about that today and what we need to start preparing for, because not everybody is in the same financial situation. But I have to tell you first, folks, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing information, giving you my thoughts and opinions. So always make sure you do your own research. And if you guys like these videos that I make, the links are down below in the description if you want to support what I do and what I try to bring to you guys. Because what I try to bring to you guys is everything that I could possibly find that has anything to do with the wealth transfer and the prophetic, so that we could try to get a glimpse of what we should do. And if you guys have watched the wealth transfer videos, right, on the Patreon, then you will know exactly what I'm trying to do. And that's trying to bring you guys into the wealth transfer and show you what God wants us to do with this and how to go about it. In most wealth transfers, folks, we don't have prophets really giving us certain pricing points. I think we're very blessed that we're getting micro prophecies, because you could just get a prophecy, okay, XRP is going to reach, $10,000 and, at some point in the future. Okay, well, that could be a year, 2 years, 3 years. How many times is it going to go up and down? And we are getting that, and we're getting it from the prophets, whether it comes from Johnny or whether it comes from Prophet of Solomon or Robin Cunningham or Christopher Harris or Now Daily Bread or any of the other people that are out there that are discussing this, because I don't have enough time in the day to show you everything that's out there. And there's a lot more. And it's from people that don't have a ministry. We have two main cycles, right? That's what I'm going to call them. We have a cycle when we see BTC go over 100,000, right? That's going to be cycle one, and that's going to be before crypto winter, right? Then it's going to drop, and we're going to have crypto winter, and then after crypto winter, everything is going to skyrocket. I also believe too that with regulations that are coming, folks, when these regulations hit the cryptocurrency industry, it's going to hurt, right? So that's why it's important that when you are taking part of this wealth transfer, if you were just buying and holding, you're going to be holding through crypto winter. And of course, I don't recommend selling every single token that you have or coin that you have off, depending on how much you have. Maybe always reserve about 10% of all of your holdings onto a hard ledger or something else. Everything depends on your financial situation, right? Because I'm not going to tell you that if you just have 1,000 XRP and it hits $12, and you regret not selling everything, because then now you could get it for a cheaper price later, and then you wish you would have had sold everything. So it's all up to the individual, how much money you're working with. Those are all decisions that you guys have to make. All right, so going back to the two cycles, there are two cycles that you are trying to put money into. Right, so we have this current cycle right now, right? And before Bitcoin reaches 100,000, folks, it's not going to be something that's going to happen overnight. Just like all cryptos, it's going to go up, then it's going to come down, then it's going to go up higher than what it was before, and then it's going to come down. We're probably going to see a lot of that before we hit that 100,000 mark. So if I had limited funds, the first thing that I would do, knowing what I know right now, and looking at all the prophecies and all the prophetic and everything, and I only had $100 to work with to invest right at this moment, I would probably put it into Shiba Inu. If I had just $500 right now, knowing all the prophecies, all the prophetic coins and tokens, the one that I would invest in right now, I would probably invest most of that into Shiba Inu. Now, hopefully that after you invest, that you'll be working on gaining more funds, right? Because some people say, well, you know what? I don't want to spend all my 500 on one token. You might want to take 100 and put it towards the dinar. You might want to take another 100 and put it on ETN, which I think some of these prophetic tokens are longer term investments, right? Then maybe put $200 down on Shiba Inu, and then maybe put another $100 down on, Empire, right? But if you do it that way, some of those tokens you will be waiting a while for, right? But that's how I would spread it out. I might put $100 on the dinar, do another 100 on Empire token, maybe another $100 on ETN, and then maybe $200 on Shiba Inu. But listening to the prophetic and what we've just heard recently, I would probably be more inclined to put most of the 500 into Shiba Inu. Now, of course, if you are working with 1,000 and you want to put it in just to one thing, then of course, that would be Shiba Inu would be the one that I would put it in, or you can divide it among the different wealth transfers, and you could just sit back and wait. Because literally, there are people that invested $1,000 in the Shiba Inu a year ago, and they are multimillionaires right now. For those of you who are listening to this, if you think there is a coin that you would invest in, if you just had a limited amount of money, you tell me what prophetic crypto or token that you would invest in. It's not just all about my opinion. It's about what you guys think too as well. So that's what I would do if I just had a limited amount of money. And with the knowledge that I currently have right now, the more that you have to work with, even if you're just limited to 1,500, then that's when I would start moving into like maybe BBBXF and maybe some of the other prophetic stocks, right? And kind of spread things out. And I think that regardless of your situation, holding on without having to worry about the prices being up and down, you're still going to be fine. But I think that with Shiba Inu, before I really get into this whole thing about what to do if you're limited in your funds, is that you're going to have to sell at some point. And we know that Shiba Inu could do a run up to like 11 or 12 cents and then come right back down, right? So those are decisions that you have to make. And either way, you're going to be fine, because even if you took your $500 and you put it into Shiba Inu and it goes up to 11 cents, right? At the current rate right now, that would be over $1.5 million, right? And which means everything that you'll be able to do, you want to do with the prophetic crypto, you will be able to do it. And you'll be able to do it right then and there, right? You'll be able to pay off your bills, your debt, and do a lot of other things that you couldn't do because of the $500. Let's say you put in the full $100 in the Shiba Inu, and it does run up like the prophets say, and it reaches, say, 11 cents before it comes crashing down for a little bit of time, right? You sold off and made $316,000. You'll be able to flow that money to everything that we've been talking about, if you understand what I mean. So even $100, I really do think that they are going to try to push Shiba Inu up. So that would be the one that I would go with, because even the $100 investment, folks, it'll be nothing to go through and start putting in buy limit orders for crypto winter. It'll be nothing to invest in the current markets of coins or prophetic coins that are going to be on their way up. You understand what I'm saying? There will be plenty. So, but there are two periods that we are saving for, and that is for right now. And right now, I'm just trying to get as much money as I can to put in the Shiba Inu. That is what I'm trying to do. And right now, I'm not concerned about Dogecoin, because we do have, even though we know the pricing points, you still can make money. At this moment right now, I believe that we're going to have the greater return. We're going to have a faster and greater return with Shiba Inu in the very short term. And that will prepare ourselves for the wealth transfer.